Hi, my name is Paweł Spechalski and today I will show you a slightly different way to get a DVR footage from your drone. That was rather a low quality opening live because today on my bench I have a small device. Small device, 2 by 2 centimeters hole spacing, it perfectly fits the mini stacks, and what it does, it's just a DVR. It's just a DVR device with the SD card slot, 2 by 2 centimeters hole spacing, wires come in, wires come out, and some electronic, of course. The device that, like I said, it's just a small standalone DVR. You do not have to record your flight from your goggles because, let's be honest, after sending this on the radio wave, there is some degradation loss. You have the OSD, perhaps you would like to record the DVR without the OSD, you do not have the HD camera, or for example the drone is just too small to have the HD camera, or you don't want to use cameras like split or anything like that. So this is the option. This is the option. A small device you install somewhere between the camera, the normal regular FPV camera. I have the RunCam Eagle 2 Pro, and your OSD or your VTX, or if you install this after the OSD before the VTX, you will of course get the DVR footage with the OSD overlaid. But if this is between the camera and the flight controller, there will be no OSD, and that's all. You put the card in, you press the button, and it starts recording. The light is blinking, it's working. Is it useful? It all depends what you want. I'm usually recording my flights with the goggles, but most of my models are, well, let's say, big enough to handle an HD camera if I need it. And if I don't have an HD camera for a model, I usually just go down to the regular DVR. But let's be honest, cameras, the FPV cameras like this Eagle 2 Pro are getting better and better every year, and the image quality is, well, let's say it's not HD because it's only a few hundred lines and you cannot even compare, but this is an option. If your drone is small, you don't need anything fancy, you just put in, and even if you fly behind trees or something like that, you get your image, your video recorded quite nice. Is it useful? Is it good? I will honestly say I did not put it on any of my flying thingies yet because of a very simple reason. The weather outside is absolutely not flyable. It's either raining, or it's foggy, or it's snowing. It's called a nightmare, a nightmare, a nightmare. So 100% honestly, I only did tested this on the bench, but apparently it's working. If you connect the audio line like I did over here with the 4th wire to the device, you have an audio. Audio quality is probably even worse than video quality, but it will get the sound of the motors right. Also, the microphone over here is probably not the best one. And you can get the standard RunCam camera control because you can use this pad over here to connect this to Betaflight and configure your recording with the flight modes. It's doable, it's absolutely 100% doable, and apparently it's just working. Note on the quality. It's just the quality that your camera will produce. It will not be even close to HD, but it will get you a DVR. Plus side, there is no noise, no signal loss from sending this over the air with the transmitter, so it's slightly better. It's slightly better, and for showing around your friends, oh, look how fancy I'm flying and it's so amazing, it will be just good. I'm personally planning to put this thing on the one of my small airplanes I'm tweaking since last few months. It's very small, it absolutely have no way to have a camera on it, and it should work just fine. Are there any problems I found so far? It's kind of hot when it works. The specification says that it consumes up to 220 milliamps. In theory, it's not that much, but if you add the power consumption from the camera, it totals to around 500 milliamps. And if your flight controller does not have really a decent bed voltage stabilizer, you might get into some problems. If not, if this is good voltage stabilizer, you should be fine. Also, the form factor, if you can put it on your flight stack, it's fine. It's like a split mini without the HD camera module. So, but if you want to put it somewhere like on this dieselless frame I have over here, you will have to be, let's say, kinda creative, because you cannot really put it hard to a carbon because something might damage. So this will be a challenge. This will be a challenge, but I think it will be quite doable challenge that everyone could be like solving without higher problems. What else? Unfortunately, not so much, because like I said, the weather is just a 100% nightmare. Definitely I will go back to review this little thing, hopefully in a few weeks when the conditions outside will be slightly better. So far I'm relatively, let's say, optimistic. I do not really see a very much usage for it, as long as your UAV can handle an HD camera. But if not, it's an option. It's an option. For example, when your goggles does not have DVR, or you don't want OSD to be on your DVR, or something else, or something else, or something else. Light, simple, and kinda, it's really cheap. Let me check the price, and according to the source, this thing costs only 16 bucks a dinner. So yeah, why not? Like I said, I will go back to the topic in a few weeks without my speed review series. For now, looks pretty decent. With the control from the Betaflight, you might turn it on and off. So yeah, definitely, why not? That's all for today. Until the next one. Bye.